A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener, and they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all 3 of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in week 3 and then Chicago in week 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41.
Off the option, it's Jones.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now it's Rodgers.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
The center receiver in motion to the right. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
An inside give to Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
1st and goal, a good chance for our 1st touchdown of the new season.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan from 8 yards out. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that.
Troy Pride that time gets the tackle.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength is still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see him take a deep shot in this game.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Cousins.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I think put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Joseph's got it.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On play action, it's Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. To throw is Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
Taken in at the 22. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
On play action, Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
It's so rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's in person or just offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Hey, no, he's easy. Black. Good route there. Hey, see. One.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's first and goal. Cook is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Cousins to throw it.
At the 3-yard line.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal.
Here's Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook from 3 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead is now 10-7.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Green Bay.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Flushed out right.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On play action. Now Rodgers.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Packers are able to move back in front.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Throwing is Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Cousins now.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Cousins again. He'll let this go for the end zone.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 21-yard line. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Following the interception, Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hawkinson as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, will just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide.
It's caught inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Touchdown, Packers!
Romeo Dobbs
With his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Hey, flipper!
Final play of the half, Cousins.
He'll fire it deep for Rager.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives.
It's caught inside the 25.
But he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line.
A big play there for Minnesota. And even 60 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. To throw is Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Throwing, Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Joseph is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to first and goal. Cousins.
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forcing the incompletion. That's something defenders work out all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Dobbs made the day 3 of the draft, and Green Bay loves the dimension he brings to their group of receivers, and that's speed. The head coach really wanted someone who could take the top rope of a defense in the draft, and they got him in Romeo Dobbs out in Nevada. You can easily see him getting steadily more and more targets as the weeks go on.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
Touchdown! Alan Lazard, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Packers are back within a score.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a first and 10. To throw, Cousins. Looking here for Smith downfield. And got his man complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On second down, Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
On third down, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here all night.
Took 3 points response there to that opening touchdown this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
How do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back from both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
On play action, it's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Vikings will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Now Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped them there, but not to be.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On 2nd down, Cousins again.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins.
That'll be caught. Rager with it.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to Rager. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Again, it's Cousins.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Now Cousins.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Joseph's got it.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So an important one there as they widen their lead in this fourth quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First down,
They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rodgers gotta have this one. And it's gonna be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. First down, here's Cousins. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Cousins now. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hockenson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got a man complete. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. To try again after the sack. Rodgers,
he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And he's got it inside the 10. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
One final try now for Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown error on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And it's incomplete. Was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over.